Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Black Heel Podcast with your hosts, Scott and Mike. You okay?
Apparently there was an update on the display thing, and it shows us recording and that I'm a guest and you're the host. It's never done this before, so I'm
Oh,
interested.
so you're seeing for once what I see.
Oh,
Um,
actually, oh, interesting.
yeah. So anyway, actually this episode we are gonna go right into Teen Titans because there was no trailers, and then we're gonna be ending with a character spotlight from you. So this season started off with when Cyborg breaks into the Hive as none other than Stone.
I wasn't gonna say he breaks in, he
No,
joins.
he joins. I guess I don't know. He kind of breaks in because nobody knew who the hell he was, and then all of a sudden they were like, "Ah, no, he's cool."
Yeah, it's like a fine line. It's like he's not breaking in, but yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, yeah.
No, but I get what you're saying too. Like you're right. He didn't just like break in. The one thing I will
But
say that I don't know if everyone, if you noticed this, but Cyborg or Stone only showed his full strength when he made himself stone. Like when he made himself stone. And so there was the one time which made me think that that's when Brother Blood knew for sure was when they were when he was working out and he told him to go put it on Max, and Cyborg never turned himself into stone. He was just his regular human body, and he was still able to bench press it.
I never I actually didn't pick up on that. I just figured it was him testing his student, like that
Well,
kind of thing.
I think it was still that, but at the same time, I think he was expecting him to turn to stone, and he didn't.
He had a
So the
turn,
fact
yeah.
that he was like, no, you have the same strength regardless. Why do
Yeah.
you need to turn to stone?
Yeah, that's true. No, I didn't. I actually did
Um,
not pick up on that. Except, I mean, the thing that's weird about that though too is that, like you said, he had to do the clash thing. So it's like maybe it's just an appearance thing instead of like actually himself. Um,
but
y y-
again, at the same time, then why would you do it?
I,
No, I'm literally just going from what Brother Blood would be thinking because
I understand. I get it, because like I said, because if you're supposed to be a powered being, what is that? It doesn't do anything.
well, to be fair, the thought was he did that to gain even more strength, but obviously that was not the case. But
Yep.
we also, you know what's funny is we do get to see Bumblebee very quickly in like a silhouette in this episode. I
Yeah.
thought for sure we actually saw her.
No, not yet. Later.
No, I know, but I didn't realize that. I thought it was during this episode. But overall, it's the introduction to Brother Blood. Um, I love their rendition of Brother Blood in this series. Very different from from the comic.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's the big thing about this show is that we're taking the classic characters and like giving it their own unique twist, and it worked very well. Like,
No, it did because obviously Brother Blood would have been more suitable for Raven, obviously based on comic book wise.
yep.
However, they did such a great job of him being cyborgs that I remember never questioning that he shouldn't have been because they did
Legitimate.
such a great no because they did such a great job. But yeah, that was the introduction to Brother Blood. That was an introduction to how the Hive is going now.
And like you talked about when we recorded yesterday, is like it is hilarious that this is the episode that airs first when we were talking about
Him being Stone.
him being Stone. Like, I wonder if we'll be able to predict what season 4 is going to
There's
start with.
fewer episodes, so I don't know. I will have my prediction at the end of this of what it is, and I won't look it up. But the second episode was the first time we get X away from Robin.
It is the return of X, and like you said, it was first time without him. And X has been in hiatus until he makes his debut in comics years later.
And he also
Um,
made it in Harley Quinn as well last
yes,
year.
yep. I actually forgot about that. So yeah, um, yeah.
Also,
No, still a great
also,
episode.
also, Dick Grayson was him, um,
Yes.
which is funny. But
I
yeah, so
mean,
this so I
it
also like the
is.
well, yeah, but what I'm saying is this other version of X, we don't know who it is.
Oh, this one, this
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
this one,
This
yes.
one, yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Um, so the big thing here is I also like the beginning where everyone is like checking to make sure Robin's Robin.
Yep. I love
Starfire.
again, it's the thing with the animation where it's like
It works so perfectly.
Starfire just duplicating herself and just keeps poking it.
Yeah, I mean, again, it childish, yes, but it worked for the animation, and it works just because of the the way the show is.
Oh yeah.
Um, but no, definitely. I mean, it was really cool to see X and X being so awesome. Um, I also like how they introduced some chemical that could cause like massive destruction, and then all of a sudden they're like, it powers his suit, and I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? Because like Robin never did any of this stuff with the phasing and everything else.
I mean, it was I yeah, yes, I was questioning that as I was seeing it, and then as the episode was going, I was like, it was probably there, and he like obviously he didn't use it because he didn't need to, but like he made sure to give the suit all the gadgets that he could because he was going to go all out. But it's
That's
like,
fair. That's fair.
and also it could have been one of those things where obviously just using our own imagination, where it's like just because we didn't see it doesn't mean he didn't use it.
No, that's fair. That's fair. Um,
But I agree because when I was watching it, it was like, okay, clearly the suit got a massive upgrade.
that was like my first thought. Um, but I also wondered too if there were side effects to using it, and so he would only have it in the event of emergency as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair.
Um, then we had Dr. Chang in this episode. Isn't that what his name was?
Yes, yes, yes. Doctor Chang. Yep. Um,
Who apparently was the one who helped. Well, I don't know if I want to say help. That might not be the right phrasing, but helped facilitate getting the materials that Robin needed to make the X suit, or at
he
least the
was the
fuel.
third party supplier.
Yes,
Like he didn't do the criminal activity; he was the one supplying it until the end of the episode, where he
until
got tired of being the third party supplier and wanted to be the bad guy.
he wanted to make all the money from being the bad guy. But yeah, I like the turning. Also, his henchmen had the most powerful weapons. Can we talk about that for a minute? The freaking
Oh my god,
like
that
glue and
goo!
electricity.
Yeah, that was wild. Just like out of
Yeah,
nowhere. Like you should have been this bad guy the
and I'm
entire
like,
time.
okay, I guess these like all right henchmen. Like why weren't Slade's henchmen like this? Come on, I understand they were robots, but still,
Actually, yeah.
but still a good episode. The third episode was an episode I partially remember. I'll be honest with you. I didn't. So it's the one where Starfire has to get married.
I remembered it as it was going because I thought this was the one where um I thought it was when it started. It was the one where the guy was coming in and like the derogatory thing that the slang
Oh, okay.
word. That's where I was at first until it said like, oh, I'm obviously I'm getting married. Then it was like, ah, I remember.
So I don't remember the marriage part, but I do remember that Blackfire was obviously the queen, and that Starfire had to fight her sister because she didn't think her sister deserved to be the leader. However, obviously I didn't remember it correctly or fully, I should say, because I wasn't wrong. I just didn't have all the details.
Mhm.
But Blackfire only made everyone think that the entire planet was under siege, which also as a leader is kind of weird to think about. Like, you know what I mean? Like no, 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 hear me out. Because I question the fact of did she get the leadership before or after the alien invasion? I'm assuming it had to have been before,
Yeah,
because
that's
because she would have had to have gotten the power to be able to marry her sister.
well, I mean, it could have gone at any point because obviously getting the power to marry her sister, if the siege was underway, she takes power. Oh, let's negotiate, and then whatever. But then if it was before, she takes power, then the invasion comes, then it's this, it's the same thing, just like the time frame. Obviously, it not exactly the end of the world, but yeah, no, I thought they had said it in the episode, but now that I'm
It,
like trying to think back, I
I
don't
can't think of
remember.
it. I don't remember. I my issue is I don't remember them saying it
Yeah,
explicitly.
yeah.
I remember her saying that she got out of prison and came home and became the ruler, but like she never really. I don't remember her giving like a time for.
I like
Um,
the entire time too. She's like, yeah, I thought I'd just conquer my home world. Like,
yeah, but that's her.
it's just sure. It's just like, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I also love the fact that she had to get a power up just to equal Starfire or to beat Starfire, and then soon as Starfire rips off her little gem, she just beats Blackfire down.
Just not even a contest. It's like I was expect. I forgot that Starfire apparently was just so much more powerful.
Well, I think what made me realize that she was at like I'll say it this way. It's not that I didn't remember, it's that I forgot like it didn't click in my head until Blackfire's like power enhancement was removed
Hmm.
because Starfire's evolution to being an adult was special. So therefore she gained incredible powers which in this case was also apparently strength.
Yep, yep. I mean, yeah.
Um, but also I love the dad. The dad is hilarious. Just big guy.
Wasn't a dad. He was a nanny.
Oh, I thought that was her dad.
No, he it was Beast Boy made fun of him because he was his nanny, and he like it scared the crap out of Beast Boy. Remember?
No, I do remember that, but I legitimately thought that was her dad. That's awful.
No, she was like, he looked after me since I was a little boy, and Beast Boy was like, this
Little
dude's
girl.
your nan. Yeah, sorry. Then Beast Boy was like, oh, this guy's your nanny, and laughs, and then he just like towers over him.
Makes sense. I
um,
I obviously missed that one. But no, it was a good episode. Starfire then becomes the ruler of her people and then gives it to her nanny instead of her father, like I thought. Um I also like how she was gonna offer Black. She wasn't gonna offer marriage, but she was gonna say you could go with him, and Blackfire's like no, no way in heck.
Absolutely not. The creature's name was like Glorkushlik. It's like emphasized the, and I don't know if you. Oh, you must have. Did you when you were watching on Prime?
I did not have subtitles.
Oh, you turned them off. Okay. Oh, you have. Do you? You don't. You use my Prime, don't you?
Yeah,
Oh, and you don't. You can turn them off. I. So okay. The reason why I asked that is because if you were to watch it and turn off the subtitles, I thought then I would have to turn them back on.
apparently not,
So the
because
fact
but
that
because the reason why I'm saying this is because I've never had to shut them off, so therefore I've never had to worry about them. Which doesn't make any sense to me because it keeps track of where both of us are watching it, but not the fact that subtitles are on.
I mean that's fine
No,
because
no, it just doesn't make it doesn't
in
have no
this
sense.
case, it's like one of those things where it'll get annoying because it's like I'm gonna turn them back on, you're gonna turn them off, so it's like
No, normally if you have them on, I'll keep them on. I'm not that much of a jerk for the most part. It's only if it's like I think I've definitely done it for a movie for sure. Like all of a sudden you're in the middle of it and either didn't finish it or something. And then I'll switch it. Because I can't I don't like it. It's
I
just
don't
it's a preference thing. No, I know
I
it's your
only
wife.
keep yeah I keep it on because of her, but I mean I depends on the
No, no,
show
you
obviously or
blame your wife.
whatever. Absolutely,
I know, it's awful.
it's never my fault.
As we keep hearing from you, it's never your fault. Um, so that no, that one was honestly, it was a good episode. It was a heartfelt one. It was nice. It was also kind of showing how Robin and Starfire are.
That thing that they have that they don't want to talk about.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I remember. I don't remember the most was how much they did not talk about it, but talked about it. It doesn't
Oh
make any
yeah,
sense.
the,
It's
the
so hard to
heavy
explain.
the heavy hint that everyone else noticed but them.
Yes. So then the next episode was Crash, and it's where Beast Boy puts a virus into Cyborg.
Because he wants to play a game. He wants to play a pirated game.
Yes, yes. And what's funny is I think it's from Japan, the game, and I think that's the whole point. Like it was meant to be because they get it earlier, and he
Yeah,
wanted it.
yeah,
But anyway, so Beast Boy caused Cyborg to go, well, literally have a virus. Um, no other way to describe it other than what it actually is. And they have to enlist the help of Gizmo, which I still find to be hilarious. I don't know why I find it to be hilarious, but I do. Um, it's just out of all, I get why because he is smart and everything else, but it's just so funny that the villain is gonna have to help.
yep.
Um,
But I love the entire time he's being forced to help, and in actuality, like he could do whatever he wanted. Like as soon as he's in there, like he could do whatever he wanted.
Which
Like,
is hilarious because Beast Boy was the only smart one where he was like, maybe I should go in there, regardless of all the stuff that he's done. But it was just
and
like they
what
were like,
everyone doesn't want him to do, and he's just like, nah, I need to keep an eye on him. It's like, okay.
yeah. And honestly, it seemed to be like he was definitely. I guess it appeared that he was willing to actually fight this virus until it got too much, and then he got out of there real quick.
He stopped. He was like, yeah, it's hopeless at this point.
Yeah,
He's
no, that's exactly
like,
it. And then he went to go blow him up. Or I don't know what specifically he was going to do. I understand it was some sort of explosion device, but I don't know like what it was specifically going to do to Cyborg.
I mean, I had taken it that it was gonna like
Stop him.
detonate him from, like, he was destroying basically
Him.
his heart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that. Well, you understand what I'm saying, where it's like I wasn't like because of where they placed it and everything else. Like I never quite could figure out like what was you know what I'm saying? Like where was it in terms of his body type of thing?
We never saw how far he got. I mean, they eventually got to his brain
Well, yeah,
because
but
that's where the
we know
virus
he. Well,
was.
we also know he started in the butt.
Exactly. So it's like, I'm assuming it was his heart. So I'm
No,
imagining
that's
it
I
was
mean
like in the middle.
it was on
But
the way. It was on the
yeah.
way. So it's not like it was that crazy. I also like how I don't know why I keep thinking this, but he was a lot more human than I was expecting
Who?
inside Cyborg.
Oh, with the white blood cells.
Yeah. Well, well, it's like yeah, it's just interesting. But anyway,
And
um,
his inside is literally all robotic except for the white blood cells and
yeah, and then like he can like detach himself, and it's all sparks and everything else, but yet it's liquid on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just like it was just. Yeah, I think it's because I'm thinking of all
just
the episodes combined, and I'm like,
well, just remember, it's cartoon logic, which
no, I
means there is
know,
there is no logic.
but it's still.
you you
Anyway,
got you got comic book logic, and then you have comic book logic, you have anime logic, and then you have cartoon logic, and cartoon logic blows everything out of the water.
that is true. I mean, he was eating a stop sign like a lollipop.
Yes, he was eating everything. Like,
No, I don't know which one was the weirdest. I don't know if it was the telephone booth where he just rips it apart with his teeth and then they freak out, or what. But there was just everything. I also like
there
how
was
he got mad when he was eating the money. He was like,
I
"No,
was
I'm eating
yeah,
my
that's what I was
money."
about to say. He was eating the money machine.
Well, no, he was eating the money. He's like, "No, I asked for sprinkles, not whatever he claimed it to be."
and
And then
and
they
then
all.
the oh my god, it was so funny. A lot of these episodes had honest, like, amazing comedy with it. It
Yeah,
was
I think it works so perfectly with this episode because he had a virus, so
yeah,
obviously he would be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and like in the best way possible.
absolutely.
And obviously they don't want to hurt him, so they're not doing full strength, and so he's just plowing through them like nothing.
No, it was a
But in
fun. It
the
was a
end,
really funny episode.
no, it was in the end, Beast Boy multiplies himself to shut down his system to then reboot, which also then stops the virus.
And Gizmo gets left behind.
Well, yes, but Gizmo is no longer in the body. He was
Nope,
sneezed out.
he was sneezed out and getting chased by the viruses.
Yes. So then the next episode, this episode I remembered so vividly.
This
so
episode,
vividly
yep,
was
yep.
so messed up.
This
Oh,
was an insane episode. Like
I don't know
I
why I keep saying this, but this was, I thought, multiple episodes. Like, that's how intense it was. Being
no,
like,
no,
when I
I
remember as a
knew it
kid,
was a one. I knew it was a one-off episode, but I agree with you in terms of like it could have been tied to the
it
later
could have,
Slade one,
yes, it was just like so
but
much.
no, it was. Oh my god!
Oh, it was so good.
This episode legitimately gave me goosebumps while watching it because it was
And it
just
so
like
much foreshadowing, so much
yeah.
foreshadowing because somebody had to have initiated the gas, the toxin that made him literally hallucinate to the point of seeing Slade and
Yep.
feeling him. He could only see him in the darkness, which was
Mhm.
interesting. Makes sense, but like interesting that it
Mhm.
would be able to work that way. And him just turning on everyone because nobody was helping him, and I was like, oh gosh. And what's sad is I already knew that it was like not Slade. You know what I'm saying? As weird
Yeah.
as it sounds, but I was like, I already
And
knew
it's
like the episode, and it
you're
still
just
messed with me. I was like, oh my gosh, when is it gonna
and,
happen?
and you're still on the edge of your seat like what's going to happen.
And then like he turns on the light to make him disappear, and I'm like, wow, he made fake Slade cry basically. Like that's the closest he's ever gotten to making Slade cry.
I completely forgot about Raven like seeing through Robin's eyes
So
and then
I
getting
forgot about that.
punched out by Slade. I was
And then
like,
she literally is like, "Oh,
oh,
all right. I don't know if he's real, but he's definitely real to Robin because they just got hit."
yep. That oh my god. No, this was this was one of the best episodes in this season, and it was the
This was the best
psychological
one-off.
game that was. Oh
This was
my
the
god.
this was the best one-off story where the episode
Yeah.
was the whole story. So far, in my opinion,
Yeah. No, no, no.
it's
This was that's the best way to put it. It was the
yeah.
best one-off episode, but
So far,
like the
I mean,
ones
I don't think anything beats it, but I'm going with for right now
like
is the
obviously
same.
like the overarching story of Brother Blood, like that, like
Oh yeah,
accumulating that
no,
all those were
100%.
better, but like being a one-off episode, the best one, absolutely.
No, agreed. So well done, and then he also Beast Boy gets sick, and it's not anything crazy. It literally is the comic relief where he just keeps sneezing and turning into different animals.
Yep, he got a
That's
cold
it.
from being in the rain. That's
No, but he was the comic relief. That was it.
oh yeah, he always
It
is.
worked. Yes, but I mean, like, he was obviously the comic relief in this episode. Like, sometimes somebody else would make jokes, and nobody did except for him. And he technically didn't make jokes. He just sneezed.
He just sneezed and was a different animal.
Yeah. This next one. All right. This. So it's Spellbound. It's the one with the book.
This was my second favorite standalone episode, and this one it is. We talked about it last week about how Raven is that personal one where it relates to us more. This one hurt so bad because
But
it
there's
was
also something that they did, and I don't know if you noticed this, that the more powerful she got, the lighter her cloak got until it turned white.
yep.
So like as the episode goes on, it's like a lighter and lighter blue,
Her suit is her blue is getting like you
lighter
said.
and lighter, and then all of a sudden she's bright white.
Yep. And
Uh,
I
I
mean,
all,
it makes sense because that's what like the more knowledge Raven gets, she
oh no, I
later
don't disagree.
becomes.
It was just a nice like put in for this episode.
Yeah.
So the idea is Raven's a loner. She wants a friend. She's reading a book, and apparently there's a man in the book, a man who thinks she's pretty. And that's I'm not.
no,
I am
no, no,
not.
no. You are.
I am saying it in a very awful way, or this like simplified, but that's exactly what happened. Some 8,000-year-old man hitting on some 16-year-old. Tale as old as time.
No, 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 no. It ain't an 8,000. It's an 8,000-year-old dragon. All
No,
right.
he presented himself online as a man. So he might have been catfishing, but he was a man.
I don't like how well that relates into modern time. All right.
He
Like,
was in her mind. She thought it was a 3,000 or 8,000-year-old man, and it turned out to be the dragon. All right,
it's
an
actually
evil
so
dragon.
messed up. That's so
More
messed
messed
up.
up. Yeah, I know. It doesn't make it better. It makes it worse. So anyway, um, she eventually gets him out of the book. it turns out to be the dragon. Spoilers. And then she has to do the same spell that the magician or sorcerer used in the book to basically put him back in the book.
Yeah, she had to retrap him. Like she
Yeah.
couldn't defeat him, but she had to trap him.
So the whole episode is her building this trust with this creature, assuming it's the hero of the story, and obviously we find out later it's the villain, where he's teaching her dark magic. She figures out it's dark magic when she tries to use it, and then all of a sudden she feels
She can't control it.
well, she can't control it, but she also feels like her dad's taking control too,
Mm-hmm.
which then makes her really go, "Oh, this is dark magic."
Mm-hmm.
And then that's when it's all revealed, and he comes out, and then she tries to beat him, and then successfully does so. But then when she wins, puts him back in the book, her cloak goes from white to dark blue again.
Apparently, she lost all her knowledge.
Yeah, I don't know if it's confidence too. It's probably a combination of everything, like it's her mood and everything else. Because she
Yeah.
also was happier when she thought that she was in love with the 8,000-year-old man. Um,
Why you gotta say it like that? All right.
because it's disturbing when you hear it out loud. I understand it's cute when it's vampires, but when it's a dragon, it's gross.
no, but this. I hate you. I hate you.
You hate me because I'm factual in this sense.
But this episode was one of those things where it again
No, it definitely hit me in the feelings.
it connected because it's like when you're younger, it's like you don't feel seen, you feel
You don't feel like
outcasted.
you don't feel like you fit in even with your friends.
Yep.
Sometimes you get to those points where
And you're always thinking in the back of your head, do people not really like me, or I feel like this is obviously more in with modern generations than possibly older generations, but
I think, but it also worked because that was our generation. We were
yeah.
this, we were around, we were at that pivotal age of understanding that at the time. And while watching this, and it was, I mean, I don't remember this episode. I will be honest with you, at all. However,
No, I
this,
as soon as it started, I instantly remembered it. And it
oh, see,
was
I didn't.
yeah, no.
I honestly did not remember this one at all, but it was so good.
I did not
This,
remember the stink ball, but I remember everything
what?
else.
Yeah, I don't think I would have ever remembered Stink. However, the next episode was
This was the one that you were looking for.
This one was, I don't know why I like this episode, but it you know what it is? It throws me off because, all right, so obviously Mad Mod comes back and he takes Robin's youth. And somehow when he takes Robin's youth, he now has more powers than before, even though he's normally using illusions. So he makes, what's the name of their city?
The
Center City?
Titans.
Yeah.
That's oh my god.
He turned it basically into London.
Yep. Yeah. And this is on the 4th of July. You remember
Yes,
that.
to be specific, yes. And he wanted to show everyone that it should be the British that are in charge and not these Yankees. What did he call them? Maybe he called them Yankees. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure it was Yankees.
I thought so too, but now
Jump City.
Jump City. So he turns Jump City into New London or whatever you want to call it, or Old London. I don't want to discriminate. But then Old Robin.
You could just call it London.
Yeah, but then there's Old Robin, and it just confuses everything. And then there's Old Robin, and he's just sitting in a chair, unable to move. And I think the only thing that throws me off still is like the power boost that Mad Mod gets out of nowhere. But
Oh yeah.
I remember the toy soldiers so much, but
No, I do remember that.
it
But
was
yeah.
oh, they were just so good.
The power
So
gain
good.
just is like you said, it's out of
Made no
nowhere.
sense. It
No.
made no sense whatsoever. However, I loved it. Like it made absolutely no sense whatsoever, yet did such great. Also, a lot of hints about the Beatles. I understand it's England, but like a lot of Beatle references.
But I like also where they again the common theme of the Teen Titans is where it's like
It's teamwork.
it's the key thing is their teamwork. It's they tried to do individual plans, but they each failed until they brought their plans together.
But they also do it as a democracy as well, because
Yep.
because it was a 4th of July episode, and we had to talk about independence.
Which aired in October. I was looking because when
See,
when I remembered
the
it was
series,
4th of July,
yeah, but the season finale of season two was like 3 months after
the
after like
actual season
episode
two.
10.
Yeah,
Yeah, and then literally season three starts right after. So I don't know. Time's a number. Time's a number at this point. I don't know.
it's
Maybe
all
it's
a
a letter.
fabric of our imagination.
You
It
know what?
does.
Time's a letter now. I don't understand it. But it was so good. I liked it. They obviously had to team up, and then I also like him trying to escape. So Robin turns himself into a young man again, which is hilarious.
And
And
breaks the
then
cane.
breaks the cane, which breaks the illusions. It looks like. Um, and then I just like how they're going to arrest him, and then he tries to run away.
I
So that's
like
cool.
how I like how old and decrepit Robin is when he gets his youth
But
stolen.
not Mad Mod.
But Mad Mod is perfectly like he's old and decrepit, but not as bad as Robin was. It was like,
Well, it's because he's Old English. Old English is different than Old American.
oh yeah, you're right. They're tougher people. That's don't
That's the
don't give us hate.
pretty much. Um, the next, so I remember that episode like fondly because it was just so chaotic and crazy that I
It
loved
was.
it.
It was just
Um,
all over the place.
it was, but it worked. Like it was one of those things where it was like it was all over the place, but like also awesome. So
Yeah.
then the next episode was Wavelength, which is the second installment of Brother Blood, and them working with their or Aqualad working with a mole inside of the hive, which turns out to be Bumblebee, which Cyborg helps teams up with her to try to stop Brother Blood from using Cyborg's Sonic Blaster to cause a massive tidal wave to take out Jump City.
Yeah. That's a good synopsis. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and the whole thing is just we also find out too that Brother Blood has learned a lot about his anatomy slash blueprints.
Yeah,
Um,
he downloaded his
no, he
blueprints.
downloads the blueprints, yes, but it's like I don't know how to describe. I'm going with anatomy for even though he's a robot, but he's not fully. Um,
They really focus on Cyborg's anatomy in this, and it's like in this entire season.
yeah, this season we learned a lot about what makes him, what's inside of him, and weirdly enough, we see a lot of his insides in this season. Um,
We do, we do,
we
we do,
do, we do,
we
we
do.
do. And depending on the episode, more human parts and more robotic parts, depending on what's getting ripped off. So, yeah, so Brother Blood is increases his or tries to increase his mind control, but he realizes that Cyborg for some reason can beat him, or not beat him, but supersede it.
Something about Cyborg's robotic
Well,
side can
he's
resist.
assuming it's the robotic side.
Well, Cyborg is assuming it as well.
Well, yes, until we get to the end of the season. But
Yes.
yes, you're correct. So anyway, so we have all that going on, and then shocker, Cyborg saves the day and is able to stop the Sonic Blaster. Well, no, it causes the Sonic Blaster to go off, and then then he uses or rewires it to then make it so it implodes the wave, so it knocks it out before it causes massive destruction.
Yep, because that's how you take out a wave. You send a smaller wave into it, and it
A smaller,
disturbs it.
faster wave.
Mm-hmm.
That is the most important thing to understand. Um, but anyway, no, it was actually really cool. I liked that we got Aqualad back. Trying to have his own team. Wink,
I
wink.
like I like at the beginning of the episode when he comes out of the water and just destroys the Titan Tower because he wants to get in. um, and he refers to Brother Blood as his trash, as their trash. I did like that. It was,
No, it was definitely perfect. They gave Aqualad a power up in this season
he was a
because they.
lot. I mean, he's pretty strong in this. Yeah,
I mean, obviously, I know in the comics like he can manipulate water and stuff, but we don't get that in the beginning when we first get him. So I was kind of surprised
yeah.
to see that. Um,
Well, most of the time he was in the water, so it really didn't.
that's also fair. I guess that's fair. Um, so yeah, so we had So yeah, Wavelength, like I said, was good. Then the next one, this one I remember, but the one piece that I didn't remember was how it all happened. So like I remember, it's the Beast Within.
Yep.
It's where Beast Boy gets an infection, or yeah, he gets something in his body that causes him to turn into this
The,
werewolf-like creature.
they were battling
Adonis.
Adonis. Yes, Adonis. They were battling Adonis.
Worst name.
They they got he got splashed by chemicals, and the chemicals affected his
Shapeshifting? Question mark.
well,
No, it affected.
it wasn't his shape shifting because it affected Adonis as well, that we come to find out.
No, I know. No, you're right.
So like everyone assumed it was, but apparently just the chemicals caused him to turn into this mutated beast, and obviously the Titans thought it was him. Uh, be, but apparently Beast Boy, instead of causing wreaking havoc, he was trying to protect Raven from the mutated Adonis.
Correct.
Um,
Which also makes sense because he had tried to flirt question mark with Raven, or at least told her she was cute, which would also explain why he was going after her specifically.
mhm. I just thought it was interesting uh the aggression that was coming out of Beast Boy with this. Um, like obviously the entire time, because of the fact that he's having the mood swings, that it's like, okay, Beast Boy is the one doing this, and then it turns out that it wasn't him.
Well,
But
it was it. Well, yeah, right. He wasn't causing the destruction, but he was losing control because the idea was he wasn't in control of himself when he was doing it. So the idea was he was out of it. So it still had a chemical reaction to him, which caused him to behave oddly when he was in his human form.
hmm, hmm,
Um, but also I love the fight with the two animals or creatures, whatever you want to call it, was
yeah,
incredible.
yeah,
And then when the honestly the reveal that it was Adonis like blew my mind. I was not expecting it.
I I
I
remembered
wasn't
it.
so.
I remembered it was Adonis.
Oh, okay. I didn't.
I as the episode when the episode was going, I said, "Oh, okay." I remember when I did not remember there was a second beast. So the entire time I was like, "What's going on?"
Mm.
And then when I saw the second beast, I was like, "Right, that is Adonis." I remember. Um, but you know, uh, the entire season, the entire series is like getting those the things clicking, remembering
Yes.
what's happening in the past. Most things I remember for the most part. Obviously, like this one, there are small things that I forgot about. Um,
Now this next episode was one I could not forget, which is Can I Keep Him?
I know this was one of your
This
favorites.
So I will say this though. I forgot that Beast Boy was the one that got him first because we've seen Silky in a previous episode.
Yep, they showed where he was introduced.
No, I meant he was in the Teen Titans Tower in one of the episodes after that.
Oh, I don't remember.
Yeah, he was shown in the background.
Oh, I didn't see it.
So I don't know if it was on purpose or what, but like, so I legitimately thought it was Starfire that took him originally.
Oh, okay.
So everything else about this episode I remember, except for the very beginning, which was that Beast Boy took him, and he's like, Starfire, I need you to do this.
I like that Silky had such an immediate attachment to Starfire and just did not care about Beast Boy, even though apparently for the last who knows how long, Beast Boy's been the one taking care of him.
I also like how that he did like a quick flashback with like cards. Like, man, like, remember that time when Robin was dating that girl that you didn't like, and that it was we found out the
It's
the daughter of Killer Moth, and then he had all these mutated moths, and then when it went away, when the mutation went away, they went to these little larva things. Well, I took one. Um,
he ain't no little no more after this episode. Like, well,
no, yes,
then
he
he
is.
went back. Then he went back to little, but man, Starfire messed with him.
Yeah, she made him very big, and then she starts eating the corpse.
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, all right. So the whole thing is Killer Moth finds Silky later as a big Silky, and then mutates him into this massive moth. But what I find hilarious is when he loses the whip to control him, and
He starts being Daddy Moth.
come to daddy, F7398, come to me. And it's just like it makes me laugh because it's like it is so stupid hearing him do that, but like at the same time he was like out of ideas, so he's like, I gotta
He's
try
just
it.
like, you know what? It's working. Why not? I like that when they were doing that. It was who created you in a lab? I
Did I was like, wow. And then it just got
did.
so confused it combusted, it exploded.
Didn't know who to like more, the guy that tortured him or the one that made him giant.
Well, he remembers them both causing harm to him because she shot him with the laser blast.
That's fair. That's fair. I mean,
To
well,
be No,
yeah,
no, I'm not disagreeing that Killer Moth did more bad stuff. I'm stating that in those flashbacks, he remembered good things and bad things about both of them,
yeah, yeah.
which
Well,
he
they
knew in
didn't
his head.
show the bad things.
They did.
No, they didn't. It was only the good things. Is the ghost coming?
No, it's my dryer, but it sounded so loud. Like as soon as I took my headphones off, it was like quieter. Somehow it was louder in the headphones. I don't know how that works.
The ghost is messing with you, man.
I guess so. But anyway, no. So they do show it because they show him like getting whipped. Like it's and then they show the laser blast hit him,
Oh,
like
I must have looked away at that point.
in his memory, like you know what I'm saying. So it's like it's the idea of showing it. Like they don't show him bleeding or injured,
Oh
but they
yeah,
show
yeah, yeah.
him. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
No, I must.
Um,
I must have looked away at that point. It's all right.
it sounds about you. I mean, it was very quick. It was literally like right before he went pop,
Mm-hmm.
and then he starts. No, he literally starts shaking, and then because he's thinking about both of them, and then pop.
He's going. Yep. Yeah. Just overloaded his head.
Yeah. And then he starts eating himself, which is I also find it odd that he brought himself back to the tiny size again. But anyway, so Starfire also helps eat it as well. Everyone else was disgusted, but also was like, at least it's getting cleaned up.
Yep. Yep. At least it's doing what's. At least we don't have to deal with it.
Oh, also one thing we forget to mention in this because we do is Johnny Rancid made an appearance again in this episode with his dog, and I
he
completely forgot
and I forgot that he got eaten.
until he went pop. Yeah, yeah, also true.
Yeah.
Um, he was
Did we see
obviously
him
like
coming out of the corpse?
we saw him in the mush
Oh, did oh, okay. I didn't see that.
because the idea was they wanted to make it clear that he didn't die because nobody dies.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Ex-
this next
except
this
for Slade.
well, you could argue that later. I
I
forget how they
mean,
explain it because I don't think they use the word die.
well, no, they never said the word die, but
I know, but I'm
he.
curious how they explain it. But anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. Well, no, we'll actually get to that next season.
I mean, in this season, they say he's gone.
No, correct, correct.
Um,
So the next one is Bunny Raven. What's the name of the episode?
Bunny Raven or how to make a Titan animal disappear.
Oh yeah,
It is
this
the
was
return of Mumbo Jumbo.
now this episode I remember fully. Loved every second of it.
This one I did not remember, actually.
No, this one I remembered the most because this was right up my alley. Um, it was hilarious. It is. It had Muppets. It had everything. You name it, it had it. Um, I also like the fact of like I remember the bear. I for some reason it's gonna sound so stupid because realistically it's the same thing. But I thought Starfire was a tiger, but it makes it more funnier that it's just a cat. Um, I remember
Actually,
Monkey.
actually, now that you mention this, I remember. I don't remember most of the episode. I remember Cyborg as the bear in the tutu, and I remember Starfire as the kitten. And I specifically remember her attacking the glove, and the ball of yarn goes by, and she goes chasing it. But outside of that, like most of the episode, I actually did not remember it.
I actually forgot what Robin was. Um,
Hmm.
until we watched this episode, but I do remember Beast Boy turned into an inanimate object because every time he was turned into an animal, he would turn back to
He could
himself.
turn back him, yeah, because he could override the magic.
Which is still funny. They can still manipulate himself to turn into other forms of technology, which I thought was kind of funny.
Yep, yep. And whenever he needed to communicate, he would turn into something else to get their attention. It was
Instead of the
so
lamp.
funny. Yep.
Instead of the lamp. Um, and I also like when they go to fight and he turns into the big phone booth. He goes, "Send him in here. I'll prank call him. I'll prank call him." Um, no, it was a great episode. It was a fun episode. Raven obviously was the highlight of the episode because she outsmarted Mumbo Jumbo, um, and won, defeated them. The only thing that was interesting was when they removed his hat, he did not change back.
Yeah, that one was very different from the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I'm not gonna say very different, but
no, that was the only thing different. I hate saying it that way, but it's true.
yeah,
Because he pretty much did whatever the hell he wanted to,
yeah.
physics wise and everything. But well done. I liked it. I also like. I don't know if you noticed that like Cyborg's beard, like his ear, was a light bulb, like a little bulb. So
No,
like
okay, I
his
didn't see
human
that.
side was like an actual animal ear, and the other one
Uh,
was a light bulb.
oh, I
Basically
didn't see
shaped like
that.
an ear. No,
That's
it was
funny.
well done. I also like when they come out to the real world. Raven pulls off her hood to make sure she doesn't have bunny ears anymore.
Yep.
Well done overall. Liked it. I mean, it was a cute episode. It was meant to be. It was meant to get us ready for the what's to come, basically.
The big finale.
Yeah. So the next two episodes are Titan East Part 1 and 2. So we get introduced to the Titans East, which consists of Aqualad, Speedy, Bumblebee, and Minos and Minos.
Yep. Correct.
They're very fast when they touch each other, and they speak only Spanish.
Emphasis on the only Spanish.
No, Aqualad explained it very clearly that it's both things equally.
That's two very important things about them.
So anyway, Cyborg goes in there to help build fix their tower, or build their tower, I should say. And then they were going to deal with Brother Blood.
Get on their feet.
Yes, and then he was going to go. The plan was him to go back. However, he did not, and it turns out that after they defeated Brother Blood the first time, it turns out they didn't win, and that Brother Blood took over them all except for Cyborg, and then waited for the attack.
This was all part of Brother Blood's plan because he is so upset that Cyborg could resist him that he needs to find a way that he could control him.
Yes. So, because I'm gonna be blending these two episodes together because we have to. Because I can't decipher like the first part was them actually fighting
It's
Brother
one
Blood.
episode. It's one episode.
It is. And they can't work together, and yet Cyborg basically gets them to work together. And then obviously at the end, where he becomes their leader, he then realizes. Well, he doesn't realize, but we find out it's the big reveal that they are actually Brother Blood's minions.
Yeah, that's at the end of the first episode.
Yes, and so the second episode is all of a sudden him finding out that they're evil? Question mark.
Manipulated
Yes, and then
or
luckily
mind controlled.
mind controlled. And then luckily the real Titans come to save the day. However, they all get locked in. They then have to break out and try to figure out how to stop Brother Blood. And we get Brother Blood turned into half cybernetic.
Cyborg Blood.
Yeah, I like how he's red though.
Yeah, he looked pretty cool.
Honestly, no. I remember him looking awesome. I remember this. So it's one of those things where I don't think I remembered it was a two-part episode, but it makes sense, obviously.
I did remember it was a two-part episode. Yeah.
But I do remember him becoming cybernetic and then just destroying Cyborg, and then Cyborg basically pulling all the parts together, and then turning himself back, and then just beating Brother Blood down.
As I was watching it, I was like, Cyborg is beating Brother Blood with aura. It's just like the aura around him was just like overpowering him. I was like, that guy's got his aura going.
But I also like too how he was able to cross his wires with Brother Blood, so then had Brother Blood's powers temporarily.
Yeah.
Which I did like, which was very cool. I don't remember them explaining it as a kid, even though obviously they did because I watched the episode this time. So it's like I just wasn't paying attention, or I didn't remember one of the two. But
I mean, you were or you were a kid and didn't realize.
I didn't hear. I also like how Bumblebee is the leader of Titans East.
Becomes the leader, yes.
Yes. And then he leaves and goes back with the Titans, and that's how the season ends.
Yes. I like this one where, like, obviously throughout this entire season we were hinted that Cyborg wanted to do his own thing because he felt that he was, I guess, inadequate. Uh,
You know, he was always behind Robin and could
yeah,
never.
and so he find like this episode really the very last episode is when he realized like he is good enough. He has his ups
He
and downs just like everybody else.
him
Um,
being the leader isn't what makes him who he is.
yes, he doesn't need to be a leader to be his best.
Correct.
And it was the like I make the joke about like his aura like beat him, but it was like he finally got the willpower and the self confidence that I can do this. It's
Hmm.
not just like you know obviously last season they talked about how he was conflicted with his uh not being full human.
Yep.
So and now this he's I guess I don't remember season 4 and 5 if there's any hints at it again, but obviously like this
I
one.
don't think next season for sure. Maybe season 5, but definitely not season 4.
But
Season 4 heavily focuses on somebody else. I do remember that.
yes, that's fair. Yeah.
Um, all right, so you ready for my prediction of episode 1 of season 4? So I
Okay.
haven't looked. So it's
Okay.
an episode that I know hasn't been seen yet, and I remember it. It is actually the race that all of the titans and villains go to try to beat. That is my prediction.
Race that all the
Yeah, I don't want
people.
to give too much away because it had because I don't know if you remember it. Do you remember the race where they all these villains got into these like big cars to try to win the prize? And the prize
No,
was
I
the
actually don't know.
the prize was supposed to find out the secret of Robin. Like it had all of his secrets in it.
That does sound familiar. That sounds familiar, but I do not like. I don't remember the race.
Yeah, so the
Um,
whole idea is it's a race. So every villain has a car. So every villain gets a
Interesting,
vehicle and tries to race to get there. And then obviously the Teen Titans are in it as well.
because they're villains.
Well, no, because they're trying to help
they're
Robin win the race.
yeah, yeah. But no, I don't remember that. I mean, once I start seeing it, it could be like the magician one where I don't remember it, or I remember bits and pieces of it. But like
So I don't
you
remember all
describing
the
it, I do not remember it.
I don't remember all the details, but there's one key character that's in it that I'm super happy to see again. Um, and I know you will be too. Um,
Okay, all right. I don't have a guess for what episode one
that's
is.
fine.
I
Oh, okay.
no. I at this point like my thing is when is the episode with the slang word for Starfire coming in?
You
Uh,
know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe it's that
when are
one.
we seeing Slade come back?
Well, no, Slade wouldn't be first. I think he's gonna come in like episode like 4 or 5 in the next season.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that that's episode one. I'm just one, that I'm
No,
saying
that's fair.
like when is this happening?
That's fair.
Though I have to say, the first 3 seasons they have hinted at who the main bad guy is in episode one. Actually, no, season 2 they did not because that was the one where Starfire got jumped to the future.
Hmm.
But season 1, Slade. Season 3, Brother Blood. So it wouldn't be so far fetched if they hinted at what's his name? Um Trigon. I
I knew who you were gonna try to say.
I know, I know. But for some reason in my head I literally in my head I was saying Raven and I'm like
Oh.
it's Raven, but no, who's
No,
her
it's not.
dad?
Yeah. Who's your daddy and what does he do? Um, he's a demon from an interdimensional plane that's considered hell. And that's who my daddy is, and that's what he does.
Oh
AKA
yeah.
Raven. So, Michael, you have a character spotlight for us?
All right. Just like last time, I'm going to give you a choice.
I'm listening for the choice.
Uh, Bumblebee or Blackfire?
You know what? Because I know Bumblebee is in the comics. A little bit. I think I remember a little bit about her. I never remember Blackfire, like other than from the show. So I'm actually going to ask for Blackfire.
Okay, I tell you that they are both in the comics.
I figured as much, but
Um, so Blackfire was first introduced.
in 1942,
No, not this time. Um, no, later,
before or after this show,
before the show,
90s,
before the 90s.
80s.
Yes,
Everything was weird in the 80s.
1982. She was first introduced in a Teen Titans comic.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm apologize with these pronunciations because alien. It's gonna be bad.
Racist.
um, so Princess Commandeer, Commander.
Commandar.
It's funny because it's Komand apostrophe R.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of, you know what it is? It kind of gives me like, without like being weird, but it also kind of gives me like the same feel of like Thrawn,
Yeah, a little
the
bit.
his
Yeah,
people. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like I'm, racist, but I mean, I'm trying to not be. But
Anyways, Princess Commandeer is the firstborn child and eldest daughter of Tamaran's royal family. On the day she is born, the Citadel Empire attacks Tamaran and destroys the city of Kassar, killing 3,000 citizens. These
Jesus.
events these events combined with a childhood illness that leaves her unable to harness ultraviolet light into energy to fly, causes Commodore to be shunned by society.
Story of
Despite
my life.
despite being the oldest child of the royal family and first in the line of succession, Commodore is passed over and her duties transferred to her younger siblings, Coriander and Ryander, causing her to become
Do you know
consumed
who
with
Coriander is?
that Starfire.
Yep. Okay. I actually knew that one, and I'm proud of me.
um, God, why is what is going on? My microphone is coming off its stand. All right.
I just want to say the big words.
um, the fact that her duties passed on to her younger siblings, this caused her to become resentful towards them. This accumulates in Commander attempting to kill Coriander while the two are training with the warlords of Akar. Expelled by the warlords, I'm just going to say Blackfire. Blackfire swears vengeance and joins the Citadel. Blackfire later betrays Tamaran by providing the Citadel with detailed information about Tamaran's defenses. The Citadel conquers Tamaran with ease and sign a treaty that allows them to enslave Starfire and prevent her from returning to Tamaran. Starfire Starfire and Blackfire are later attacked and captured by Scions who experiment on them to test the limits of their ability to absorb energy. Both gain the ability to generate destructive bursts of energy called starbolts.
Oh, I thought that was their people's thing. Oh, that's interesting.
Um, Starfire escapes to Earth, where she then joins the Teen Titans. Blackfire appears in a Ran. Oh, she appears in the Ran Thanagar War, where she kills Hawkwoman.
Been
She
there, done
forms,
that.
huh?
I said, been there, done that. We've all killed Hawk Girl. Let's be honest.
Yeah, the Hawk people always get killed and come back.
They do, and it's weird when they do the killing.
She forms an uneasy alliance with the surviving participants of the war to deal more pressing concerns, which was the Infinite Crisis. She battles Hawkman and Hawkgirl, who use Scion technology to depower her. In an Outsiders comic episode, the Scions restore Blackfire's abilities and her long lost ability to fly. When Vril Dox moves the planet of Ran into the location formerly held by Tamaran in the Vega system, Blackfire arrives with their army in an attempt to seize the planet for the Tamaranians. Doc quickly stops the hostilities and brokers a treaty that allows the Tamaranians to settle on the uninhabited southern continent of Ran. During these events, Blackfire gains a newfound sense of respect for Dox, realizing her egocentric personality is similar to her own. Sorry, realizing that Doc's egocentric personality is the same as her own. The two go on an unofficial date disguised as a diplomatic dinner. After Dox is captured by Starro, Blackfire joins forces with Adam Strange and other members of Legion to rescue him and subsequently takes Dox as her consort. In the new 52, several characters' origins and personalities are altered, as we know. Um, while not at first referenced by name, it is said Starfire's sister sold her for the safety of their planet. It is revealed that a parasitic race known as the Blight has taken over Tamaran, their purpose unknown, and that Starfire fears the worst for her sister. Blackfire appears via flashback as her sister talks about their relationship, saying that they rarely get along and that Corey is embittered toward Blackfire and the people of Tamaran for letting her be enslaved. After Corey fought her way free, she was praised as a hero and given a ship named the Starfire by Blackfire, but the rift between the girls was still there. Blackfire appears to a captured Roy Harper and appears to be working with or under the Blight. Roy's capture is revealed to be a mission to rescue Blackfire as he successfully teleported her back onto the Starfire. Starfire and Blackfire reconcile and plan to take back Tamaran by themselves. They fight through the hordes of the Blight with Jason Todd, Roy, and a few other members of Corey's ship. Blackfire is stabbed in the back by a spear thrown by the Blight's leader, and Starfire defeats the Blight and gives Blackfire her ship to get back to Earth. Now, for some powers and abilities. Blackfire's body constantly absorbs ultraviolet radiation and convert it into destructive and powerful bolts of energy, which she calls black bolts. Her energy absorption gives her superhuman strength, speed, and durability, and all on par or possibly greater than that of Starfire. When her natural abilities were restored in full, Blackfire gained the ability to fly at faster than light speeds. This accommodates her resilience against heat, radiation, and the harsh vacuum of outer space, coupled with a solar-powered self-sustenance, eliminating the need to eat, drink, sleep, or an atmosphere to breathe, which enables the Blackfire to travel interstellar distances unaided. Blackfire, like all Tamaranians, can assimilate languages through physical contact with another person and is more fluent in the English language than Starfire.
I like how that's still a thing. And is it really ever explained why she is more fluent in the language than her?
I don't think so. I think it's just
It's just a gimmick. Like I'm not trying to be a jerk about it because it's not like it's a bad thing. It's just like it's just so funny to me that the person who's on the planet the longest is the one who doesn't understand it as much as the other.
yeah, I know. And I mentioned that when we first got introduced to her, it was like it's just so funny that she just picks it up on it. But
It's in the
it's
comics too.
yeah, I did not realize that, so that's funny.
No, I
So
mean I can understand why they did it in the show. I'm more of like surprised of why they did it, like why they're doing it in the comics is more where I'm coming from.
Oh yeah.
It's not a bad thing. I'm just more of like I don't understand it, and I'm just trying to understand. Um,
I'm gonna try looking it up. Is
but yeah, so next week we're going to be talking about any trailers that come out. I have a feeling there's going to be at least a couple just because it's Thanksgiving weekend, and I feel like we're going to have at least one trailer for something. But we'll have to wait and see. But we're definitely going to be talking about season 4 of Teen Titans and a character spotlight from me. So for now, if you made it this far into the video, unless Mike has something to say, I don't think he does.
so according to the AI
No, Mike's
on
using a lot of AI.
on Google, it says Blackfire speaks English better than Starfire because she learned the language more thoroughly through experience, such as kissing many English speakers to absorb the language, and actively tried to learn it. Um,
Oh, so they basically just called her a big old W.
yep, yep. So basically, like what Google is saying is that uh yes, what you said is correct. But also, she wanted to one up her sister so bad that she
She was
even
willing to
tried.
learn the yeah.
Yeah,
She was not only just trying to get it through osmosis like they normally do. She was legitimately trying to learn it because she's like, I ain't letting her win.
she wanted to prove that she is better. Like, okay, that it makes sense
No,
with
no, it definitely makes sense when you think of it in that sense. Yes, but I was still surprised by it. But
yeah.
like I had stated, next week we're going to be talking about season 4, any trailers to come out, and a character spotlight from me. Other than that, if you've made it this far into the video, please make sure to like and subscribe down below. Other than that, this is going to be Scott and Mike signing out of the Black Eel Podcast. Have a wonderful night. Bye bye.